back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back now. On God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm ready to 10, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada.
Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. This will be taken very short. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here we go. Here we go. Going to 54. Right here. Right here. Here we go. Going to 53. Hey, let's get there. Here we go. Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. Right here. Here we go. Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. Right here.
First down, Prescott. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A run right side, it's Bettis. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Rams' 49-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And to give this time to the tailback. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
Check 55, Mike. We're going to 54, right here. Sweat, hey. Go, get out there. Bumps up the helmet, here we go. 55's Mike, guys, 55.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
On
3rd down, it's Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 25-yard line.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Hey, watch the out. Whip. Watch the whip. Here we go, kill.
On 1st and 10, Prescott going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Check 55.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Here we go. Go ahead, I got one. Shit.
3rd and long for Prescott. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Check it back.
Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Love. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Fresh off the pick 6, it's locked. And Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Philip Dorsett. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And he puts it through. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken short.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Throwing on second down. Prescott, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Prescott from the gun on third. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. A shotgun snap for Luck. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
Luck on 1st down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
12. Hey, Charlie. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Come on, the ball. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. In the bank. 12. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Hey, exit. 54. Block 54.
On 2nd and 10, Locke taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Gone right. Get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. Dixon complete. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. On 4th down, Locke. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. Touchdown, L.A. As his guys are in for 6. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Prescott. And Stills bringing it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46.
First and 10 on the 46-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 46. Dontari Poe marches in for the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Finds a seam inside the 40. It's complete. Stills. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And the return will stop right around the 25. Stills the intended target.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or 2 to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones at a 1st down. On 1st down, Love. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Luck. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Prescott now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Kill. 55. Check 55, Mike. All day, baby, all day. Check 26, check 26. Watch out.
But he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Check. Watch 54. Hey, Steve 6.
Play action. It's Locke. Completes it to Dixon. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Go. Mike 5-4. Come on, boy.
They'll fake it. Now Locke. He's got his man Sharp complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And it's caught. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the 2nd. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Rams Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This is taken at his 4.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Off of play action. Luck. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
Their own 17-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24, Prescott and Stills over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
What's the run? Hey, check. We're going to 53.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
It's now second and 6 at the 46-yard line.
We're going to 54. Why here? Watching your five. All day, every day, any day.
Again, they'll run with Bettis. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
We're going to 52. And 47.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Throwing again. Prescott on second and 10. Going deep here for Stills. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They were making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
in. Rush in. There we go. Kill. March 50, march 50, march 50. Let's go, defense. Hey, kill. 26.
Now Prescott on fourth down. He's got his man here. It's Green. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks. Prescott now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Hey, kill. 47. 26.
Gonna give this time to the tailback.
Watch it slap.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You got it. Hey, kill.
At the 27-yard line.
26.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
Kill. 26.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Tight end right. Even. 4 down. Even. Check 3. Here we go. Go to 54. 126.
A first down throw for Prescott. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it, and this one will be brought back to the 22.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And thee coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
It got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big pickup of 38.
Under 10. Slam.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Hey, Delta.
Now a play fake, and it's locked. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll fake the handoff. Now Locke. Got his target, Samuel. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. Luck now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Dixon. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Again, Locke. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Kill.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Green brings it in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Prescott now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Prescott to throw it. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. The Seahawks on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Prescott with a blitz coming. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off right around the 43. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Trying to get it that time to Stills. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Crouch. Hey, Wahoo! 54. Mike 54.
After the interception, it's Love. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Rams offense cashes in for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
All day. I'm coming after you. There we go, kill. Mike, 54. We're going to 54. Why? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Looking to throw. Prescott. It's hauled in by Shepard. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Here we go, 47. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Go, go, go. Get out there, get out there. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up.
Prescott. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Sheldon Richardson, his 2nd sack of the night.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw is Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he? And
what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
At the 21-yard line.
Mike, 11Z. 59. Y'all not ready. 59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59. Hey, Alpha. I got him.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's complete to Sharp. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
First and goal, Los Angeles.
On play action, they'll throw. Dixon complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. A solid move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Down at the 2. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. And defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising, but they wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that option.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Prescott down. And Stills bringing it in. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Prescott on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down at the 10. He was looking that time for Stills. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
He's got a man, complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
12.
Right there, 54, right there.
Luck gonna throw it. Dorsett's got him. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Off of play action. Luck taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Luck. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the 1st quarter. But 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him. And then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the 1st quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Rams, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, the calendar changed October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.